Hey, um, I thought I would open up this coping vlog with a little bit more information about what borderline personality disorder is. I recently got diagnosed with BPD, and I already kind of had like an inclination based on research that I did on BPD that I probably have it, and turns out I was right. However, I mean, being diagnosed definitely has taken a weight off of my shoulders in terms of just feeling understood. And so, to help you guys understand a bit about why I even have episodes in the first place, I thought I would just kind of tell you some of the symptoms that just come along with being I always get like, I can't like breathe when I talk about stuff that I'm feeling. So I thought I would just explain to you a bit about the symptoms that connect with me being BPD. I like to label my like short bouts of this like overwhelming inability to cope with my emotions, or the need to cope with those strong emotions. I like to call them episodes. Other people, you can describe this wave that comes over you and however you like. I just want to highlight that borderline personality disorder does not mean that your personality changes and you turn into like a whole different person. When I'm going through my episodes, I'm very much aware of who I am and what I would like to be and who I would like to show the world, but it's so hard in that moment to act in accordance to my true values and that like whole higher self separated from the ego type of clear, stable mindset. It's so hard for me to act in accordance to those thoughts because the other thoughts happening at that time are very distorted and very heavy and very loud. Like I said, episodes, they tend to be intense, but they're pretty short. I mean, I could have like a 5-minute episode, and if I have someone to work it through, or I have like a safety plan or a coping mechanism on the roll, then these feelings can really be handled really quickly. To navigate with the confidence in myself recently, I have found that the episodes can be really short, and that brings me a lot of relief in knowing that I'm gaining control. When you're in an episode, you can have very impulsive thoughts, and those impulsive thoughts lead to very impulsive behavior and very impulsive reactions. For me, I've talked to my therapist about the anxiety that comes with that impulsivity. It hits me like a ton of bricks, and I feel like I'm very cohesive when I'm having impulsive thoughts, but I'm really not. Also, this fan has been on the whole time. Oh my. With that like impulsive thinking, there's like this feeling of do or die to make decisions, and that's rarely ever the case. Like almost never is that the case, that something is a do or die situation, like that would have to be, talking about more of like a crisis mode situation instead of just like a more common episode, right? And so, when you're in that like do or die mode, your reactions just come off really harsh sometimes, and it kind of just like escalates all of those like distorted beliefs. With those harsh reactions, you're kind of like projecting your fears onto someone else. I think honestly there's some innocence behind the projecting of these like overwhelming emotions that comes with BPD most of the time, because if there's like a self-awareness about what BPD is, and like the struggles that you have with managing it, if you talk to the right support person, they can probably react to your like really intense reactions in a loving way still. And you'll see in this video, I was very much in the headspace of black and white thinking. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? This whole episode was based on that concept. I was in a distorted sense of reality, and it's not the first time that that's happened. When people aren't there with you, they're just not close to you, like just that space in itself, there's a lot of fear there. You feel very disconnected. When you're in an episode, you can really go from like completely loving someone to being really scared of that closeness. It definitely makes you feel really lonely sometimes. Definitely during this coping episode, I was feeling very alone, and it was like I was scared of being alone, but it puts me in a position where I have to make that loneliness seem like it's a choice, and then I feel like a sense of control again because I'm choosing to isolate. It's not that people are shunning me, I'm choosing to isolate. And that's just a common pattern and a bad habit that I need to work through. But that's just one small example of how BPD is really like a triggered reaction to situations that have probably happened in the past. In that way, you know, we can be kind of needy, and that's where that sense of loneliness might also come from. It was really hard for me to feel like I needed help, and it's really scary to feel like if that person that you're asking for help doesn't know how to support you, or you come off too strong with those harsh emotions and you impulsively bring up some negative thought and they take it personally, that, you know, there's going to be confrontation. So it's like you're always like preparing and preparing for your needs not to get met. And so it just puts you back into that like disconnected place that I was talking about. And after all is said and done with all of those symptoms, usually it leaves me with a very low sense of worth. You know, sometimes I can come across as the most confident person in the room. Other times, you know, I can be really triggered and not even know it. Basically, this low self-worth issue, it becomes problematic for me personally because it leads me to crave a way to feel what my brain doesn't want me to feel in a way that is probably numbing the feeling. I've definitely turned to substance use a lot in the past to ease the overwhelm and the anxiety, and it sucks. I feel really empty, and if no one is there in person with me, I feel like I need a relationship with something else, and that's led me to choose a substance a lot in the past. I'm lucky to have a really, really great support system for my addictive tendencies, and a fair amount of role models that help me choose what to do and what not to do. That's best for my happiness and health. I most of the time choose what is the most healthy and self-loving thing for me in that moment, as opposed to the most self-harming way that I could cope. And so in this, I guess like the whole reason why I wanted to preface this coping video was to ensure myself that this is worth putting out there. This is a step above what I've done in the past, and I'm learning all the time more and more about how far I've come. Yeah, it's easy to dwell in the past, and it's easy to feel like things are never going to get better when you have BPD, because it's a constant battle for sure. And sometimes it just gets exhausting. Just tell the people you love that you love them. And be honest about your feelings and your struggles and your battles. And open up a little bit with the people that you trust. And some people who might be willing to educate themselves on what those battles are. And if you find people who relate, if you find people that love you for you, then you totally got this. We're getting there. We're getting there, folks. Okay. I think that's all I have to say. Hope you enjoy this coping episode. Like I've mentioned before, editing has been sloppy. Not at the level that I would like to see my coping videos and my vlogs, but hey, working with what I got here, and I hope that it benefits people. Thanks.
Having a bad day so far. Woke up feeling pretty good, and now I feel pretty bad. I feel like this sense of like betrayal, and I feel very stupid, and I feel like misunderstood and lazy and useless and like just horrible. I just feel horrible about myself, and I feel like escaping somehow, or I don't know. I mean, I assume why I picked up this phone is because I want to help myself. That would be nice. Do you ever just not know? Because I don't know. And it's not a great feeling. How do I help myself? Take a deep breath. That is always step number one. Just take a deep breath. It's okay for me not to know, and it's okay for me to feel down, and it's okay for me to relax, and it's okay for me to take time for myself, and it's okay for me to feel bad for a short amount of time. It is okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything is okay. I'm safe here, and people love me, and I love myself, and I'm gonna be having a great day soon. I'm gonna have a good day soon. I'm gonna do a journal now. Okay, it's hours and hours and hours and hours later. I'm kinda still in the same place. I want to cry so badly. I don't even have a rational reason for it. I am completely isolating and feel like I can't reach out for help because I think that I'm an idiot right now. It's such a horrible cycle to be upset and almost know that you could resolve it, but it's embarrassing for you to try to resolve something that you have no clue if there's any validity to it, and it's almost like I'm making up like situations in my mind of how to confront people if what I'm thinking is even 50% true. I feel like I'm going to turn on the people that I love. And that's not cool. I have my doctor's appointment tomorrow, which is great. And I think I just need to talk to them, because this is really hard. I have definitely been having intrusive thoughts recently, regardless of taking a new medication for a few weeks now. And today they just seemed so heavy, like I feel demobilized by my thoughts. And it's one of the first... I can't even say that. It's not uncommon for me to know what coping skills I could use right now. I could think of so many. I can't do it. I can't do it. I hate having write-off days. I hate doing this. I do it to myself. I feel stuck. I feel like I can't escape. And I'm alone. I have so much frustration inside of me. I don't know what to do except just be mad. I don't know what to do except for just know that I'm upset. I'm upset. I'm upset. I'm upset. I'm so frustrated. I don't want to keep it inside anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it. And I can't just act like tomorrow I'm not going to think about it, and I can't just keep isolating myself because I don't want to talk about it. I can't. And I can't just pretend like I'm not feeling it. I'm just desperately, desperately waiting for someone to message me. I don't know. It's just like right now, it's really hard for me to ask for help because to anyone else, it would seem like there's nothing wrong and that it's my fault. If there's anything wrong, I'm completely fabricating it. And it's such a shitty way to feel. And it's such a shitty way to live. There's like such thin threads tying me to the present moment right now. This is one of them. My pets are another one. TV is the other one. The temperature of my environment is another one. My clothes. And my thoughts. If I wasn't strong enough to control my behavior, and if I wasn't strong enough to just listen to these thoughts and remind myself that these thoughts are not me, these thoughts are not who I am. If I wasn't strong enough to do that, I would be where I was at months ago. My brain hurts and it just feels like numb with pain and tightness and confusion. Like I can't even say I don't know what to do. I can't do what I need to do right now. It's such a horrible way to feel. My saving grace right now for me is knowing that this is the best I can do for myself. Taking care of my pets today. So proud of myself for doing that. Sitting here, and even before, hours ago, sitting here, really proud of myself for doing that. Excited to put this out into the world because that's the best thing that I can do. Proud of myself for eating food today. Proud of myself for eating food today. Drinking water today. Taking a shower today. Proud of myself for not hurting myself today. Proud of myself for doing a CBT journal today. Proud of myself for watching things that make me happy and being okay with it. Proud of myself for thinking and balancing out my positive thoughts with my negative thoughts, because that is the best that I can do today, is just to remind myself that this is one bad day. I've had so many good days. This is one bad day. This is one lonely day. This is no one's fault. This is not a permanent feeling. I'm not stupid. I'm not hopeless. So many people love me, even the people that I feel like they fucking hate me. Somewhere inside of me, I know that they love me, and that I can't control right now not being able to be as grateful for their love as I could be right now. This is one day where I can't trust anyone, where I can just trust myself. Just barely. I don't care. But at the same time, I care so much. And that is me right now in the self-love department. I don't care, but at the same time, I care so much. That's a lot better than where I've been at, so I guess that's the point of this video. Tomorrow is going to be so much better. In 30 minutes, and 20 minutes, and 10 minutes, and 5 minutes, and 1 minute, and an hour. I could feel the best I've ever felt. We don't know. Cool. I don't want to say bye. and I'll be alone doing what I've been doing all day. But I'm gonna say goodbye, because thanks.